Hi friends, it's Teacher Bernadette. I thought I would read you one of my favorite books and then give you a couple of ideas of some simple art projects that you can do at home. This book is called Not a Box. It was written and illustrated by Antionette Portis. Why are you sitting in a box? Vroom! It's not a box. What are you doing on top of that box? It's not a box. Why are you squirting a box? I said it's not a box. Now you're wearing a box. This is not a box. Are you still standing around in that box? It's not a box. Well, what is it then? It's my not a box. Blast off. Well, I just love this book because it reminds us how much we love to play with boxes, right? So parents, adults, if you have some boxes at home, break them out. We often put a couple of boxes in the motor room sometimes, and it's really fun to see what they turn into. It could be a car, it could be a package, it could be a rocket, just like Bunny came up with here. Now, I have a couple of ideas of some things that you can do at home as far as artwork with, just materials that you might have around your home. You might have some tin foil. And today I took a box that I had of some emergency. I cut it up, and this is going to be my backing. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tin foil and wrap it around the cardboard backing. You can tape the backside if you want, but you probably don't even need to do that because if you use enough tin foil, it just folds nice and neatly around the back. And then this is a nice, different kind of canvas to draw upon. It works great with markers. It gives it a little bit of texture, and you can see the drawing. Here's one that I did earlier. And some of this is marker, and then guess what, friends? The stuff at the bottom here, that's watercolor. So you can draw on your tinfoil canvas, or you can paint on your tinfoil canvas. And it's fun to see what you can do with it. Another material that you may have lying around is a paper towel. I happen to have this kind of watercolor in my house, these cake watercolors. So I got out some water. With young children, I often kind of start it for them. You know, I put in a little bit of water and I get it nice and goopy so that they don't have to do too much of the work of making the pigment, come alive. And then I painted right on my paper towel. It's very strong, right? A lot of times when kids watercolor on paper, they'll put so much watercolor on it that it creates a hole. But paper towels are super strong, and you can do things like this and then just shake it out. Very sturdy. And then you can see what happens with the colors over time, whether they kind of get a little muted and blend into each other. You can also draw on your paper towel. I'm going to draw on it a little bit. I've got some orange. Can you see that? And maybe some other colors, maybe some purple, and maybe some yellow and blue. You can do designs if you want, or you can just add a bunch of color, because I'm going to show you what might happen. All right, so I have a bunch of designs that I put on my paper towel. And then I took a shallow dish and I just put a little bit of water in there, and I'm going to put it right in the water. I'm just patting it down. Just a little bit of water in there, but make sure it gets really nice and saturated. And then you can pick it up like I did before, and you can just scrunch it up and squeeze it. Who doesn't like to do that? That's super fun, right? And then you might have to help your child unroll it and see what happened. See if the colors blended. See if you made a new kind of design. Let's see. Mine blended a little bit and got more muted. And then you can just experiment. You can add more water. You can add more color. My paper towels are pretty tough, so I could do this over and over again. And you know, all this squeezing motion, this is great for fine motor development, strength. There it is again. It looks like some of my lighter colors became muted and some of my darker colors stayed there. Another thing with watercolors is you can have fun experimenting with other things that you have in your home, like lemons. You can squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on there and see if it makes little dots, and sometimes it can bleach little dots out. It also adds a wonderful sensory element to your artwork. Just smelling that fresh lemon smells so delicious. You can also play with salt and vinegar and see what happens with your watercolors. And I know if you don't have watercolors at home, you can always make them by soaking old markers in water, or by using food coloring like Teacher Patty demonstrated for you. So I hope that gives you a few ideas of just some fun and different things that you can do with art materials that you might have around your home. So have fun experimenting. Take care. Bye-bye.